no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
How you doing, guys? Everyone hear me?
Yeah, on a 1 second delay. Can y'all hear me? Hey, as you can see, guys, we got a big show lined up. And by the time you watch this, you already know the news. But I wanted to say, first off, we've got two big heavyweights on. We got Mr. Josh Burns. We got Mr. Godbeer here. And I wanted y'all, and we got, guess what? Hold on a second. Beside me, MMACOIN J Terphouse right here. He's right here on the thing. We just wanted y'all to come on and talk about how this thing happened, what's going on, because, I mean, we got the Valor heavyweight champion, the British heavyweight champion against the Leonard champion in America, and everybody says he's the #1 person in America and stuff. What do y'all got to say about all this stuff?
I was the #1 2 years ago before the pandemic kicked in. Josh, but to be fair, Josh has had a couple of good scraps since, so he sort of overtook me in that department, hasn't he? So, yeah. What do you want to say about it, Josh?
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, I still, you know, I look at Mark. Mark's a champion. So as far as when you go into rankings, he wouldn't be a 1, 2, 3. He is a champion. So as far as I see it, I'm trying to fight. I'm fighting the champion. So, you know, he's got 2 world titles, and he's the man to beat, and by far the best fight that I could take for my career. And you know, got things figured out. We got it figured out contractually, and we both agreed to it. We're both old school fighters, so both of us will fight anybody, anytime, anywhere, and we just want to be the best. We want to be at the top. So, you know, it's not real hard to put a fight together when you got 2 willing participants and old school fighters like ourselves.
Dude, I loved it because when Jay was talking about Josh, and you know, y'all were talking about other fights and stuff, Mark messaged me. He said, "What do you think about BYB?" I said, I told Mark exactly what I tell everybody else about Mike and everything, how great they are and stuff. And then I messaged Jay. I said, tell Josh, what about Godbeer, man? And Jay was like, oh yeah. And I thought this fight right here, I would pay money big time if it was $59 a month pay-per-view. If I was at home, I'm watching this fight. You get what I'm saying? This is a damn big fight.
Yeah. Behind the scenes, Josh, we've been trying to make this fight happen for a long time, haven't we?
Yeah, I'd say about 3 years.
Even back in the British BKB days, we were trying to get this fight on, you know. And then obviously Josh signed with BKFC. At the time, I signed with BKFC. At the time, I think I was lined up to fight Joey Beltran for the actual title. After winning the Valor title, I was signed up to fight Joey Beltran. And then literally overnight, boom, pandemic kicked in. And for us international fighters, it just wiped everything out. You know, trying to get to you guys has been an absolute nightmare the last 2 years. I've had so many fights fall through. I've had so much grief off of fans saying I've pulled out of this, pulled out of that. But what they don't understand is all the logistics and stuff behind, you know, the fight itself of us getting there. There was one time I was fighting Sam Shoemaker, you know, Josh's last opponent. And literally, I got there, spent my own money, quarantined in Dubai, got to America, spent 6 weeks training in America. 2 weeks before I fought, boom, I was ill, really ill. I contracted the fucking COVID virus. So, you know, and then so that was.
You got it bad too. I've heard you had it really bad. I heard from people that said that somebody had to basically make you go to a doctor. It was that bad. So you had, and I'm coming off of it too. Like I had it over from that Miami, and I'm still feeling I mean, that's what I'm saying. It'll be tough to fight right after that, man.
I'm a fighter, so this was like 2 weeks before I was fighting. I was coughing up blood. I don't want to go into it. I don't want people thinking I'm making excuses now, because I'm not that type of fighter. But, you know, I was ill. I was coughing up blood. And it got to the point where I was saying, listen, I'm going to fight. 2 weeks away. Give me 2 weeks. I'll be right in 2 weeks. Be right in 2 weeks. In the end, I got admitted. It was Christine Ferreira. And at the time, a few of the other guys, Vince Anderson and stuff behind the scenes, they made me go to hospital. Christine Ferreira picked me up. And she took me to hospital. and then they kept me in. They scanned all my lungs and stuff, and I had double ammonia on my lungs. So from that point onwards, I rung up David Feldman. I was like, I can't fight with no lungs, mate. I've got double ammonia, and that was the end of that fight. So, and also I've had another few fights fall through and stuff. You know, it's been a shit time for me the last couple of years, but now everything's in place now for this fight. You know, I've got my COVID pass being sorted. My travel restrictions going to be lifted once I've got my COVID pass, etc., etc. So I'm doing it all properly this time. So, yeah, I will be there. I will be there this time, and I can't wait. It's been too long for me, you know.
Hey, this is going to be awesome because I know a lot of people, if they haven't got to see you in bare knuckle, like they need to check you out in your Valor when you're in your, you know, it looks like that big pit area, you know, they need to check stuff out. They need to check, and then they got to check out Josh's power. I mean, this trigon, have you really researched it? Have y'all looked at the trigon I'm telling you guys, I'm not nowhere near big as you. And ask Jay, I get in the corner. I'm in the corner and I'm stuck. So I'm just saying it's a small spot.
Yeah, the trigon's gonna be beneficial, but for Mark and I, we don't go backwards. Mark and I, you watch any of our fights, all we do is go forward. So we really don't. You can put us in a phone booth and we'd both be comfortable. That's just the honest truth. So it's a blessing, you know, for us. Anyone else in the world that has to get in the trigon with us, that you feel bad for. But Mark and I, it's what we do. We don't know about backing up. It's just not what we do.
What's the belt? What's the belt? What belt is this for? I was going to say, we didn't even say it's for a belt, but what belt is it for, guys?
Yeah, we'll be fighting for two belts, two titles, the BYB title and the Diamond Gazette title. So we'll have two titles up for yeah, so we've got a lot on the line for both of us. I know Mark and I both want that, and we've both been going for that. You know, ever since we came back to the States to start fighting, that's been a goal of both of ours. So there'll be there's going to be a lot of drive in this fight for both of us to try to put the other one away, so we can definitely walk away with those straps.
I think it's the history behind the Gazette belt, you know. If you know your history with any boxing, you know, modern day boxing with the Queensberry rules, etc., etc., like the Diamond Gazette belt is the oldest belt in boxing history. It's the oldest belt in circulation today. It was brought out recently, I think only a couple of years ago. It was brought back out into circulation, but before that, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was it John L. Sullivan that won it last? Was it in 1889 or something like that?
Yeah, you know,
the history behind this belt is more. It's not just winning the belt; it's a legacy. You know, once you win that belt, your name gets carved on a big plaque. It goes in the museum. Stuff like that. For me, is just a massive drive. A massive drive to, you know, imagine your grandkids, you know, 50 years down the line going to New York, Belfast, going to the museum, seeing your name, like stuff like that is what it's about. It's not just winning a belt. This is a legacy fight, you know.
Absolutely.
And especially with someone like Josh as well. What more worthy opponent to try and beat and win that belt? So I think for both of us, but I think it's fair to say, Josh, that we both know it's going to be a tough fight. You know, 100%. And may the best man win. You know, we both got knockout power, and anything can happen at any time in this fight. You know, it's one of those ones. It's going to be a barn burner, and I think win, lose, or draw, the fans are going to see a crazy fight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fans will definitely win regardless, and I know for a fact from the second the bell rings to the end of the fight, people will be on the edge of their seat because it's a matter of one punch from either one of us. You know, from either one of us can definitely put the other one on their butt. So you know, it'll definitely be one of those nail biters, and everyone's going to tune in. I mean, to be honest, I think this is the biggest heavyweight bare knuckle fight of the new era of bare knuckle.
It is,
and you know, there's no doubt I'm the most experienced U.S. bare knuckle fighter. This will be my 14th fight, and Mark's a true promotional heavyweight champion. So, I mean, what else can you ask for?
And the one thing I like about this fight is I've been telling people for the last 6-7 months, BYB is going up, and you know, back in the history days, this is the fight right here. And when when this fight, when I heard about the fight, this is the fight that's about to like that fucking rocket ship. Because this, when history books are told in bare knuckle, like they do in the UFC, where you talk about your Gracies, you talk about this big heavyweight fight right here is going to be mentioned in the, because it crossed the line, it changed everything, and I'm telling you, this is a big fight, guys, because y'all are doing something different than most people would do. A lot of people don't want to take a really big tough fight like this right out like that. I love this, man. I love what y'all are doing.
Yeah, no, my big brother Mark Coleman said the same thing. He goes, you can't get a bigger opponent, you can't get a tougher opponent than Godbeer, and it's going to be just like when he won the UFC title for the first time. He goes, Josh, you guys are going to make history, and that's a big thing for us. That's a real big thing when you have a Hall of Famer like that telling you that. It's definitely a big drive, and
my head's just stood up on that. I know Josh is close with the likes of Mark Coleman, but like the likes of Mark Coleman and that are the guys that got me off. They got me out the fucking pub to start training, to start fighting. And when you get someone like a legend like Mark Coleman, and then listen, Josh saying what he said about this fight, that's just that's get up and drive in itself. For a legend to turn around and say something like that about this fight that's going to happen now, like that says it all,
Absolutely.
Says it all.
And it means a lot, guys, because like I said, when that picture accidentally got leaked or whatever, I haven't had that many. Let's just say I've had more important people message me that I didn't even know knew me, saying, damn, is that really true? Or whatever, so what I'm saying is this is a good fight, guys. And I think this is going to grow bare knuckle because you've got British fighters, see, that's what I love about it. British American, what's going to happen is more people's going to watch it. People's going to make more money down the road. TV deals are going to happen. And guess what? When y'all are sitting there at the fights 10, 15 years from now, those young guys will be making all that money. They need to be buying y'all those extra drinks and stuff, and because y'all are setting the stop. You're doing it right. This is it. I'm telling you, this is that part right here, guys.
Right on.
But anyway, I know I didn't want to take too much of y'all's time. I know me and Jay's been foaming to everybody to see this, because when Jay was like, hey, Josh is coming to BYB, we're talking about this. And then when Godbeer hit that, like I said, I was like, holy shit. I said, boom, Jay, this is the fight. This is the biggest fucking fight to make in any heavyweight. I don't care whatever organization, more people's going to watch this because of this. This is a real fight right here, guys. I mean, this is two-time champion, UFC vet, Bellator vet, Leonard champion over here. I mean, this is some real deal shit.
Yep.
If you look at I know Josh is pretty, I think it's fair to say that Josh is probably a little bit more experienced in bare knuckle than me. But if you actually look at our fight careers, we fought across multi promotions, all different styles our whole career. We've pretty much got the same career coming all the way up through it. I believe Josh is only a couple of years older than me. We're both the same sort of age. We're both vets. We're both probably, what are you, around about 40 fights deep now, Josh?
What's that as far as fights?
What are you, around about 40 fights deep in total?
Yeah.
Different promotions. Yeah, correct. Same as me. So on paper, this fight is it's not just the bare knuckle experience, it's the whole experience of the fight game itself. Between all the fights I've had, all the different promotions I've had, from the different styles I fought, all the fights Josh has had, all the styles he's fought, like when you put all of our experience into one little trigon, this is going to be a massive barn burner, and I'm really looking forward to it. I never shy down from a challenge. I know. If I could speak openly and freely, the last 2 years I've had nothing but hell, because obviously this pandemic has really sort of I don't want to keep bringing it up, but it has, for us international fighters, it's been a pain in the ass. But now we're finally here, contracts are signed, things are going to go down, and I want to try and keep it respectable with Josh, because I do respect him, but once someone's got to lose, and may the best man win. But I'm coming to throw down 100%. Win, lose, or draw, I'm coming to entertain.
100%.
I'm just happy to be involved and being able to work with Josh for the last year or so, being able to work with BYB, and recently being able to work with Mark and help put this thing together for you guys and make our team grow. And welcome aboard. Welcome to BYB. This is what we want. We're after good guys like you to make our organization and what we're doing over here grow. And we appreciate it.
Yeah, and hey,
Right on.
Mark asked Toby, asked Barry and them. The hospitality of Mike Vasquez is, I mean, he treats. I mean, I witnessed it firsthand.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna. I don't. I'm not a guy that talks about other organizations. But like I said, I've talked to, for instance, like Good John. Me and Good John's had different people like that, and how different
yeah.
people get treated. Toby and them. I can tell you right now, they got treated. They got treated, and that's what when you come over here, all you got to worry about is fighting Josh Burns. You don't have to worry about.
I can vouch for that already. You know, obviously behind the scenes, this fight's already is a done deal. Like, and Mike has been in my inbox straight away. Listen, we want to get you over here early so you can acclimatize. We want to do this. We want to do that. Anything you need, you know, little things like that go a long way for a fighter. You know, because we're under a lot. I think it's fair to say we're leading up fight week. We are under a lot of pressure, us fighters.
Yes.
You know, we're ticking time bombs. So this is what we need. We need to be looked after. We need promotions that are going to look after us. We need promotions that's going to cover all these little things, so we don't have to worry about it. And from what I've heard and what I've already experienced, you know, through messages and stuff, I'm happy to fight for you guys, and I can't wait to help you build your brand. And hopefully, me and Josh put on the fight, you know, the fight of the century when it comes to heavyweight bare knuckle boxing. You know.
Absolutely. So I appreciate you guys having me, and it's been good talk. But as I see my phone's blowing up, so it sounds like someone's released something. So I got to get on top of this. So
awesome. But yeah,
All right.
All right, thanks, Josh, and hey, thanks, Mark, and Jay. We'll finish up after Mark's. But hey, thank both of y'all for coming on.
Appreciate you guys.
No worries, man.
All right.
All right, there you
Have
go.
a safe camp, Josh. Don't get injured, all right?
Likewise, champ. Likewise. Appreciate you.
Awesome,
Cheers,
man.
guys.
Thank you. Hey, Jay, I was just gonna say, man, that was awesome, man, and we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it like that, man. That was a fight, and I remember when you were like, Josh is coming to BYB, and we were thinking, after, not March, you know what I'm saying? So this was awesome, man.
Hey, like I said, I'm just happy to be able to be the one that put it together and helped everybody connect all the corners and dots. Mark and Josh were the easiest guys to work with. Mel and Mike are the best guys to work with, and it just made it so easy for me to put the puzzle together and help these guys.
And first off, I just wanted to say shout out to MMACOIN. You need to check them out. Josh is an MMACOIN fighter. There's other BYB fighters. You need to check them out. They're growing. Be checking out the MMACOIN Bloodsport series coming out soon too. So MMACOIN's growing and going crazy. Like I said, Terphouse Farmz. Any fighter, you need to check it out. I'm telling you, medically tested. Ask Jomi. Jomi talks about it. Ask Seth Schaefer. It's top of the line. But Jay, I don't have anything else. I thought this was awesome, and we'll just end it on this right here, Jay.